Welcome to the inner circle. Good evening. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? We're going to be having a very interesting conversation tonight. It's all about clarity, what it is, why you need it, and how to go about finding clarity for your goals, for your life, for your career, for the things that you want to learn, for that business that you want to start. Okay? For the kind of people you want to start connecting with. Clarity. So once you are here, kindly introduce yourself and let me know where you are currently located. Okay, so if you're in Abuja, let me know it's Abuja. If you're in Enugu, let us know anywhere else. And then do not forget to sell yourself. Okay, introduce yourself so that other people who are here can get to see you and connect with you. So, okay, I'm going to give a few minutes for those who are still trying to connect to join in. I'm going to give a few minutes. Okay. So if you're here, you can also do well to alert them. Let them know that we have kicked off. I really need us to start so that um, we can go through the entire course of what we have tonight and have ample time to discuss. Okay. So it's all about clarity tonight. I may or may not be turning on my camera. I think I'll have to later on as I'm still setting up. Okay. So let me know. Dunsin, I see you, Chinyere. Welcome. How has it been? How has it been? And for as many of you who show up tonight, we'll have a detailed conversation. Okay, so get your questions ready. Any questions you have about clarity, any questions you have about what you want to launch, what you are planning, what you're working on now, that you need ideas for, you need clarity or even strategy for, we can discuss them tonight. Okay, so I'm yet to see a good number of persons coming in. Johnson, help me and call their attention. Help me and call their attention. So I'll get started. It's already 7:51. I just want to be sure that they've gotten notified. Okay. So briefly introduce yourself, please. Introduce yourself. Tell us what you do. So that those who may want to connect with you can easily do that by reading the charts and seeing what you do. They can get to know you, get to collaborate with you easily, or partner with you in any way. Okay. I'll be pulling up your intros on the screen as well. And I'll keep doing that till you all know yourselves. So you can confidently say, okay, I know this person. This one is a seamstress. This one is a fashion star. This one is a public speaker and a life coach. This one is a writer, an author. Yeah, this one is a spoken word poet. So I want you to be able to clearly distinguish between yourselves and tell what you do. Okay. Yeah. Welcome, Chinyere. A clinical psychologist, lecturer, healthy living advocate, style curator, and more. I reset people's minds and I help them think right through therapy and coaching. Absolutely fantastic. And these are um two things that really work hand in hand. A lot of people do not know the power that is available through coaching, okay? Through coaching and therapy. Many people don't know how powerful coaching is as a tool for transformative impact. I saw a study one time that puts coaching on par with therapy. So studies are coming out to review that you know psychiatric patients who had coaches performed better than those who didn't in terms of their recovery. Okay, psychiatry patients who were attending psychiatric clinics, who were seeing both the psychiatrists or clinical psychologists and coaches, performed much better than those who were seeing the psychiatrist alone, like the whole medicine and psychotherapy. Um, People who were receiving coaching were performing much better. And that study was also highlighting the fact that some people, even though not being able to afford or access therapy, did pretty much better, right? They improved significantly with coaching. So it's a great tool when you have this. I mean, it's really phenomenal to have these two tools in your asset bag, your asset box. Okay. So good. Averem Joy. I'm Adam Joy, and I'm very enthusiastic about creating and creativity. I'm a teacher, a fine artist, an actor, a writer, and I'm working on speaking for a living. Absolutely fantastic. I just got 2 new speaking invitations here in Abuja. I doubt it's going to be paid. The last time I was given a gift box. And it's the same organization, it's the same person that is inviting me this time. I was given a gift box that contained a lot of goodies, a lot of nice stuff, really, really, really nice stuff. And it was worth a lot to me. On that same day, I had another speaking engagement. It was a church, Bible Society of Nigeria. I went there, I trained, and they gave me an envelope, and it was nice. It felt good. Usually at the peak, I mean, the beginning phases of your journey into speaking for impact and speaking for profit, right? It may not look so impressive. It may not really look so nice. Okay. You go and speak, they'll give you transport money, and then you start coming back home. Or sometimes you go to speak and they tell you, look, oh, we don't have money. Sorry, my son. I wish we could do more. We wish we could do more. But don't worry. Keep speaking, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Recommendations will come from there. Commendations will come from there. Contracts will come from there. Connections will come from there. So you are done speaking to a group of people and somebody just walks up to you and says, oh, give me your number. I would want you to do the same thing you did here for my organization. I want you to come and train my organization. So you see, before you know what's happening, you're already going far. You're already going really, really, really far from there. So that's what I want you to understand. Commit to the process. It's going to make sense. It's going to be really, really fantastic in the end. And once it starts coming, it sets itself on an autopilot mode. It just starts going from there. It just starts going and rolling and rolling. Now, who's the next person? Oluwadunsin Omotayo, spoken word artist, voiceover artist, broadcasting journalist, event manager, and host. Beautiful, beautiful. So, let me quickly send a message to the group. Let me quickly send the message. Okay. So keep introducing yourself as you come in. Okay. So yeah. In fact, I'm not I wanted to type a message on the group, but I'm not typing. Anybody that is not here, it's up to them. It's up to them. I know I announced this on time. I announced it a lot of times. Um yeah. So let me leverage that to work with those of you who are here. Yeah, I'll use that opportunity to work with those who are here. So back to what I was saying. What is this clarity about? What is clarity? What is it about? Okika Living Saint, I see you. Welcome. What is clarity? And how can you gain clarity? Favor Okoye, a voiceover artist, public speaker, youth teen coach, and medical lab scientist by profession. Delighted to be here. Good. I love the fact that you all are embracing your multiple proficiencies and multiple interests. I love it. I love it. In a world that is dominated by discouraging voices in this regard, a world that wants to bully you into identifying only as one thing, with the threat that if you don't, you are never going to be relevant, which is really not true. Okay, so back to what I was saying. What is clarity? Clarity is simply knowing your next steps. It's knowing what you want to do, why you want to do it, and how you're going to start doing it. What you want to do, why you want to do it, and how you would start doing it. That's clarity. Understanding how to start your journey in anything that you desire to do, anything at all that you desire to do. That's clarity. Okay. So Queen Olang says, I am an affiliate marketer, a real estate affiliate, an affiliate coach, data vendor. I help businesses establish a working affiliate system. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Now I'm seeing more people. I was wondering where you all went. Hawa Ahmed, physiotherapy student and a beauty enthusiast. I help enhance a woman's true beauty with my hairstyling skill, makeup artistry, and henna artistry skill. Now let me digress a bit. You see that henna? I love it. I love it. I love it so much. This black looks like black pencil tattoos or black something, black ink that Muslim women apply on their hands and their feet. I love it so much. I always get intrigued. How do they sit down and create these patterns? And one thing that I would want us to draw inference from with that in mind is, when you begin the process, it may look a bit messy. When you begin the process of drawing the hennas, drawing the patterns, it may look a bit messy and confusing. It may not look so nice, right? But immediately the work is done, the beauty shows up. Everyone begins to admire. Oh, wow, this is nice. This is how did this pattern is so beautiful. So um it's about consistency and time, giving it time, sitting down with your goals and giving it time to ripen up, giving it time to mature, giving it time to manifest. Okay. So clarity simply means knowing what you want to do, why you want to do it, and how you can start doing it now. That clear? Having a sense of clear vision, direction, and strategy. Okay. So if you say you want to do, let's say, design, for example, what form of design is it? What form of design do you want to venture into? Why do you really want to go into designing? How can you start it now? That's clarity that we are talking about here. Okay? A lot of people have ideas stuck in their heads for many years. They are running round and round and round the tiny circle. Many years. They are not launching out simply because they don't know how to start. You listen to people tell you their stories, share their ideas, and they say things like, yeah, I really want to do this. I really want to do this. I mean, I'm very passionate about this, but I don't know how to start, right? So, at multiple crossroads in your life, you're going to be needing clarity. At multiple crossroads, you'll be needing clarity. So, it's either you are at the beginning of your journey and you don't know how to start at that beginning, or you are at the middle of your journey. You are, I mean, not necessarily the exact middle point, but you have started that journey, but you hit a roadblock, you hit a stumbling block, you encounter a point of questioning, and you are not so sure what you are doing anymore. You are trying to make a big decision which way to go. You encounter a what is it called, a road that's, this Y junction or T junction, right? And you're wondering, okay, should I take right or left? Should I go up or down? Which road? That's where you need clarity. That's where you need clarity. And clarity is so important. So important to whatever you're doing, in your life, in your business, your brand, and all that. So important. Why? Let me tell you this. Without clarity, you can be running so fast in the wrong direction. Did you get me clear? Did you get me? Without clarity, you could run, but you could be running too fast in the wrong direction. And the danger is, by the time you realize how far you've gone, it may be quite late to start taking steps back. by the time you realize how far you've gone, it may be too late to take steps backwards. Okay, so that's clarity for you. One of the things that will help you is knowing exactly what you want to do. I saw a video today that was a white woman was saying that you are not expected to know what you want to do, and nobody in this life knows what they are doing, and blah 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 blah. I'll send the video to the inner circle. I don't know if I downloaded it. Maybe I didn't. But it just goes to see how much some entitled people would post their opinion on social media and get a lot of approval. Yeah, it may not be so easy to know what you want to do, right? And it doesn't mean that when you know what you want to do that it can't change later on. But coming to put out the idea or the philosophy that you should just live life like that without any sense of clarity, just hoping to take it as the day goes by, anything you see you take. No, that's a dangerous way to live, a very dangerous one to live. And that is why a lot of people are stuck living the kind of life that they do not really desire, simply because this is what is available. Okay, because that's what is available. But you shouldn't live like that. You shouldn't live like that. Now, are you with me? Are you with me? Okay, I think this is not showing what I wanted to show. So let me know. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can see me. Okay, okay. So yeah. Um Welcome once again. I was trying to show the camera and put it directly on my face. Okay. So I was talking about, having clarity and how without clarity you can be running very fast in the wrong direction. And you don't want that to be your story. Okay. Now, There are things I want to introduce you to. There are things I want us to know. Briefly, we'll go over this and then we'll start interacting better. Okay, we'll start talking and interacting better. I hope you can. I hope this is. I hope my voice is clear enough. Is loud enough. I hope it's loud enough. Or maybe I need to bring my microphone. But if it's okay like this, then I can go ahead. But if you are struggling to hear me, let me know. I'll go get my microphone. It's just here. So like I was saying, one of the things that you need to gain clarity is self-discovery. Self-discovery, understanding yourself, understanding your uniqueness. Okay? Understanding that every human being is different. Clarity to you. In fact, even the definition of clarity may mean something entirely different to another person than it does to you. So for somebody else, he feels clarity simply means figuring out the one thing he wants to do in life, one thing and one thing only, right? Or maybe for you, that's not what clarity is. Okay? Maybe for you, it means something entirely different. Maybe for you, it means figuring out the four different things you want to do with your life, the five different things you want to do with your life. Okay, let me know if you're still here. I'm not seeing any comment anymore, but let me know if you're here. So, figuring out what you want to do in life, what you desire to do, knowing yourself. Okay, now the next thing is you have to start embracing your originality and authenticity. Stop trying to be like other people. You can't become a great copy of another person. Try to be yourself. Okay? Try to become yourself. Okay, someone said I can't see you. Yeah, I think you're getting to the point where I had a glitch. I was trying to switch to my camera, my front camera. It was showing the back camera, which I didn't want. So I'm back now. Okay. Now there are some factors when it comes to when it comes to gaining clarity that you must come to terms with. Things like your attitude, your character, your kind of thinking, the place you find yourself, your community, and all that. Okay, I can't hear anything at the moment. Okay, hold on. Okay, so like I was saying, all those things influence you. So now, when it comes to clarity, so now, when it comes to gaining clarity, there are things that you would definitely have to understand about yourself, your uniqueness, your unique value and identity before you start doing anything else. You must discover yourself. You must discover yourself. Now, please give me feedback. Okay, give me feedback. That's the only way I'll know who is following, and that's the only way I'll know if you can hear. Give me feedback. If you can hear me, let me know. If anything is happening, just let me know, please. Okay. 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 So I'm going to put this up for a second. Victor is here. Victor helps brands gain online visibility through social media designs, and he helps small businesses scale up by helping them create and market their digital products. Hadiza a skilled fashion designer and a pattern maker based in Enugu, offers fashion design, mobile video graphics, and media services, also into natural spice. Let me see. I don't think, is there anybody I didn't pull up their introduction to the stage? Hawa and Queen and Favor. I think that's all. Yeah. Who else? Dunsin. I think I put up your own to the stage. So good. So like I was saying, I'm going to teach you a framework, because all these things I'm saying, I don't want to bore you with a lot of unnecessary details. Yeah. I'm going to give you a framework for gaining clarity. Okay? A framework for gaining clarity. How to know what you want to really do. If you followed me for a while, I have taught this thing over and over and over, right? But it never gets old. It never gets old. Okay? And that's the P's for clarity. When I started teaching this, it was like 4 P's. Then it turned to 5 P's, to 6 P's, to 7 to 9 P's, to 10 P's, to 11 P's. But basically, I'm going to make it as easy as possible for you to understand and flow with. Okay? But before I go into those things, let me read for you the things that can help you gain clarity fast. Before I start itemizing them as P's, let me read for you. And this, I used it, I did a training some time ago, and I just wrote down a lot of questions that you can ask yourself. One of the things that would help you on this journey to clarity is understanding you, understanding your uniqueness. Okay? Getting out of the hole of identity crisis, knowing who you really are. Now, these are questions for you to ask yourself. Take yourself on a date. Take yourself on a date. If you're still looking to find out what do you want to do, this and that, or you have ideas, so many ideas in your head, but you're trying to figure out which one fits you the best for now. These are questions you should ask yourself. Questions like, who am I? Questions like, what is my personality type? What are my strengths and weaknesses? What do I enjoy? What activities can I do for free? What gives me a sense of purpose? What can I do so well? What do I want to do with my life? And when you ask these questions, ask without bias. When you ask, what do I really want to do in my life? Don't be biased. Like, because sometimes when people ask such questions, what do I want to do with my life? Or what do I want to become in future? You know what you get to think? Oh, um, I want to be a doctor. And you ask them why they want to be doctors. They say, oh, my mother said I should be a doctor, or my dad is a doctor, or nursing is a rewarding profession. If I do it, I can travel abroad easily and make money. Those thoughts, remove those biases. What do I really want to do in my life? Now, this question is not necessarily that when you answer it, you will now find that thing and then you pursue that thing for the rest of your life. No, that's not the essence of the question. Okay? At this point, we are simply identifying pointers to purpose, pointers to clarity. We're identifying pointers. So when you ask those questions, let them just write the answer by the side. As you are writing the answer, you are finding out, okay, what is, at the end of the day, you should have like a sheet of many scattered ideas. Let me give you an example of what I mean. I'm going to look for a page of my book where I did a brainstorming session. Okay, I hope you can hear me. This has not been really fun for me, this microphone. has not been. Maybe I'll just no. Okay, so I'm going to look for a page of my book where I did a brainstorming session so that you can see what it looks like. Okay, I'm not even finding. I'm not finding what I'm looking for here. So take yourself on a date, trash out these questions, put them down, scribble things around. It doesn't have to be with good handwriting, it doesn't have to be so come out so nice and fine. What I'm looking for is not here, but something like this. Okay, something like this, scattered but contains a lot of information. And this is a training I did. It doesn't have to do anything with the clarity sessions. It's a training that I did, and I put every for some of your, can you reduce your speed for some of, okay. Okay, no problems, no problems, I will. Okika Living Saints, no problems. So good. The point I'm trying to make is get a sheet of paper and write down these questions. Okay, so if for those of you who are following and writing, I'll go over it again. Okay, I'll go over it again, and I want you to write out this. Let's make it an assignment. Okay, write them out and answer them by the side. Okay, now, who am I? Who am I? This one is a rhetorical question, more like. Okay, it's not a must to answer it. Answer it in your head. What is my personality type? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Okay, so you can just write personality type under strengths, under weaknesses, right? The next one, what do I enjoy doing? Next one, what can I do for free? The next one, what gives me a sense of purpose or fulfillment? Next one, what can I do so well? Next one, what do I really want to do with my life? Okay, what do I really want to do with my life? Next one, what are my peculiar challenges? Your peculiar challenges could be that you were born into a poor family and it set you back. You couldn't afford some courses, or you are living in Nigeria. There's challenges in terms of basic afford getting access to basic amenities and stuff like that. Those could be your peculiar challenges. Those could be your peculiar challenges. Okay, hope you're following. Now, the next one, the next question. What are my past and present pains? Past and present pains. What are the painful experiences I've gone through in my life that have shaped me? What have I carried since childhood? This is also a very important question you can ask yourself that can point you towards clarity. There are some of us that have certain idiosyncrasies, certain things that we love and we have bonded with, but because of society, because we think, oh, this is not lucrative, this is not in vogue, we left them behind. So maybe you used to sing and dance as a kid, but now you no longer do because you feel like it's not in vogue, you know, it's not trending. So no, no, right? Or you love to play football as a kid, you love to play the instrument. So what have I carried on in my mind from childhood? You love to speak, you love to draw or something like that. There's something in your mind, there's something in your heart that you've carried for long. Elizabeth, graphic designer, I help transform ideas into captivating visuals. Amazing, amazing. I'm pulling that up on stage. And now, the purpose of me pulling this up is not for me, okay? It's for all of you. I would like to see that you get to partner with yourselves. You get to collaborate with yourselves. Okay. So if you are looking for collaboration, partnership, you can always come to the inner circle discussion room, put up what you are working on and ask for partnership. Okay. Ask for collaboration, ask for anything. Okay. You can feel free to connect, feel free to market yourself, put in a decently written bio there and ask to connect. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Do that. Okay. So that you get to know yourselves. You get to know yourselves. Now, what have I carried since childhood? What are my values and principles? What are my values and principles? How best do I learn? How best do I learn? How best do I learn? This will also help you get clarity. Know how you learn best. Do you learn by reading books? Do you learn by taking courses? Do you learn with podcasts? What format of learning do you prefer? Now, the next one is, who are the people I admire? Now, even when you seem not to know what you want, sometimes what will help you know what you want is seeing other people who are living the life that you desire to lead. Okay? Seeing other people who are doing that thing you would want to do in future. Okay? That is what's going to help you gain a form of clarity. Sometimes you know what you want to do, but you can't put a name to it. You have an idea. Oh, I think I want to inspire people. I want to inspire young ladies. Maybe I just want to inspire them with my story. But I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to okay. Then all of a sudden you watch a video and you see Ibukun Awashika speaking. You see one young lady speaking to a group of young ladies or a group of women, and you are waking something in you, and you are like, okay, so this is what this person is doing. Let me find out. And you're gonna start digging deeper. That person you've been admiring and following could be the template or the blueprint God is giving to you to follow to get clarity for your brand. Yeah, you're still rushing. I'll slow down. I'll slow down. I'm not used to teaching with script. I'm not used to teaching with script. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, let's go over this and face the main thing. But I'll slow down. Okay, I'll slow down. One thing you can also be doing is, as I am teaching, you can be putting down anything you're learning. Put it down in the comment section. Okay, anything you're learning, put it in the comment section. I want it to be engaging. When I'm just seeing few comments, I'll assume that you are all following. I'll assume that you are all getting it. Okay, so as you are hearing anything I'm saying, put it in the comment section. Be your brother's keeper. Okay, now there is, who am I? Who am I is a fundamental heart question. I mean, it's a question of identity. Who am I? What kind of person do I want to become? The next question is personality, my personality type. The next one is my strengths and weaknesses. The next one is what do I enjoy? I'm going to make a list of this, okay? Or one way or the other, you shall see a list of these things, and to be in the inner circle. So don't be afraid. They will appear before you. So what do I enjoy? What can I do for free? What gives me a sense of purpose? What can I do so well? What do I want to do with my life? What are my peculiar challenges? What are my past and present pains? What have I carried since childhood? What are my values and principles? What do I, how best do I learn? Do I learn through courses or books or podcasts, whichever? What are the people I admire? Who are the people I admire? That's the last one I said. Okay. What do people like about me? What do people love about me? What time of the day do I function better? Am I a multi potentialite? Am I a multi talented person? Do I have multi potential tendencies? Do I love many things? Do I love cooking and swimming and training and writing and healthcare and, you know, music? Do I have that tendency to be more than just one thing? If you understand this on time, you will not be under pressure to bow to society pressure to be just one thing, because you've already understood that this is not part of your own unique template for life. Okay? Now, you ask yourself, what are the communities in my life? Okay? What are the communities in my life that I am most grateful for? So there are certain groups you belong to, certain circles you belong to that you really love to belong in. Take note of them. Usually, an apple doesn't fall too far from its tree. Wherever you keep hanging around, wherever you keep going to get a form of value, there's always an assignment for you there. So be it your church, your religious institution, your school, your classroom, your your streets, whatever. There's always something for you there to do. Now, what are my most frequent emotions? Then this question, what does success mean to me? Very important question. What does success mean to me? Success means different things to different people. To one person, it means having a car and a plot of land and this and that. To another person, success means having a small family they can take care of, someone they can love and share their time with, having children they can take to school every morning, having, you know, 50 homeless children they are responsible for, their education, feeding, and everything. To them, that is success. But to another person, success means investing in multiple stocks, investing in multiple real estate investing in bonds, buying houses, buying cars, you know, driving the latest Lamborghini in town, all that stuff. And none of them are wrong. Or let me say, none of them is wrong. Yeah, none of them is wrong. It's all contextual. It all depends. So success is what you call it. And that's why sometimes when you go and hold on to another person's success metrics and you start judging yourself, you get bitter over nothing. So you see somebody who is doing well on Facebook, the person is popular, they post one thing, 3,000 likes, 580 comments. They post something, uh, 300 comments, 1,015 likes, right? Now, you think that is success by the metrics that you are seeing, you think it's success, and you start being bitter that you are not getting such an engagement. Now, that person that is having that 300 likes, 700 likes, 1,000 likes has probably not eaten the whole day. They've probably not eaten the whole day. They don't have money to eat, right? But you, despite the fact that you have money, instead of capitalizing on the leverage that you already have, you are feeling like, no, I don't have this. This person is more successful than I am. Meanwhile, if they had a way of trading what they have for what you have, even a bit of it, they will trade it. Okay? So the next one is, what can I talk on or write about off my fingertips or without preparation or without getting tired? This is also a very important question for you to ask yourself. What can I speak on? What can I speak on or write about without getting tired? What can I speak on or write about off my fingertips? I don't need to research. I don't need to go anywhere and search anything. What are the topics that I have right at the palm of my hands that if they wake me up now and say, Coach CJ, uh, I invited somebody to come and speak at my event. It's 12 minutes for the person to you know, to speak, or he's nowhere to be found. He just called me and said he's not going to come. Is there any topic that you can take, just to keep my audience engaged, something valuable? That's when you would know if you really have value to give. Okay? So, what is it that if they bring you now and say 5 minutes, start talking? What is it that you will start talking about? Most of you have something in that regard. It could be football, it could be fashion, it could be politics, it could be governance, it could be food, it could be love and relationship and lifestyle. If they allow you, you will start talking about them. Okay? So, what are those things? That's part of what will help you gain clarity. So, if I'm going to start breaking these things down for you again, I'm going to start breaking them down. Now, number one is personality. So now I'm using the P's, the P format. P, 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 P. Number one is personality. Okay. Number two is passion. As I'm talking, you can be putting this one down in the comments. Number one, personality. Number two, passion. Number three, profession. Number four has been, wow. Please, is this network issue general? Is it general? Who else is experiencing network issue? I did experience it. I did. Around 3 o'clock today, nothing was connecting. Nothing was connecting. Nothing. So please, let me know. Let me know. Who else is experiencing this challenge? See, I'm yawning in front of camera. Hmm? I'm yawning because I'm exhausted. You know. But yeah, I have to get this done with. So I look forward to seeing your feedback. Please, feedback, feedback, feedback. Who else is experiencing this challenge, the network issue? Then can you all hear me clearly? Can those who are here hear me clearly? So I've talked about passion. I talked about I talked about personality, um, passion, proficiency, purpose, profit, pain, preparedness, people, platforms. Okay. So I'll go over them one by one. One by one. Personality. What's your kind of person? What do you want to do? How does it relate to your person? Good, good, Hadiza, good, good. Personality, passion, proficiency, purpose, profit, pain, preparedness, people, platforms. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are more. I think there are about 2 or 3 more. But these cover all those ones, those other ones. Okay. Now, personality type. Are you extroverted? Are you introverted? That can be a pointer to the kind of thing you want to do. Are you a people person? Do you like, meeting people, greeting people, interacting with people? Or do you just want to be on your own? That could be a pointer to what you want to do. Okay. So if you are trying to learn a skill, introverts, people who are introverted, who do not like too much human exposure, too much contact with people, you just prefer to be on your own. Your energy, your mental and physical energy gets boosted when you stay on your own, but gets drained when you go outside and interact with people. It's not that it's a bad thing. There's no bad personality type. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. Okay. So for me, I know what I cannot do. Sometimes clarity comes by not, sometimes clarity comes not by knowing what you want to do, but knowing what you don't want. So it's not just what you want that you will know. Sometimes the clarity will come by knowing what you don't want. And personality sometimes will be the deciding factor. So me, I know what I don't want. There are things that you bring to me, and I'm like, no, if I'm going to do this one, it will be later. I can't work in a bank. I cannot. I cannot work in a bank sitting in front of the front desk, attending to clients. No, if I'm to work in a bank, I'll be working as a consultant or a staff trainer, either as a management consultant or as a trainer. a public speaker, whatever. Okay, if I'm to do marketing, it has to be an organized kind of marketing. So um I'll study the system of the bank, the banking system, and their marketing plan and whatever, their savings plan, and then we would find our way to big companies to go and pitch to them, to go and train them and explain certain things to them, teach them how to use our app and all that. That's the kind of thing I want to do. But keeping me in front of a computer to be typing and typing, I would fizzle out. I'll just melt. So I know what I want. I know what I don't want. When you know what you don't want, it helps you to narrow your options. So somebody brings affiliate marketing to your way. You say, no, this one is not that it's not good, it's good, it's wonderful, but I don't want to do this one. Not now. Not now. Not now. Somebody brings network marketing to your way. It's shiny, it's nice, good compensation plans, but not now. This is not what I want to do at this moment of my life. Okay? Somebody brings coding. Oh, where money is right now is coding. See, I know if I start this one now, I will not finish it. I would not want to do this. Not now. Until you see a reason that is so big on your scale of preference, or that is heavy enough to bring that thing higher in your scale of preference. Okay? So, personality is there. As an extrovert who is trying to start out, as somebody who is outgoing, the speaker person, the people's person, the shiny pop star, you may do better starting off with skills like public speaking than going for things like coding, design, this and that will not require interacting with human beings. So when you get started, then you can scale progressively. You now find out that it is easy for you to improve because this is in your zone of flow, is in your natural flow state. Mesoma, welcome. Thank you. Okay? It is not outside of what you are wired by design to do. So when I was starting out and I started looking out for skills to pick up, I started looking out for training programs to attend, courses to take, books to read. I was navigating towards things like public speaking, coaching, life coaching, mentoring, the art of expression generally, writing, because I knew that at the core of my being is that you know desire to talk to people, to express myself to people, to help people. At the core, at the central core of my being is something that wants to express and relate. Okay, so I knew I would be having contact with people, whether it is virtually online or physically. I'll be contacting people, I'll be talking to them, I'll be listening to them, and that is what I wanted to get into. Right now, at least I know that most of the fundamental things that I want to build for my life, I have set them up. Okay, so if I now say I want to go and learn coding because I want to integrate it into what I'm building, I want to go and learn maybe cloud computing, I want to go and learn this or learn that extra skill. It's just me staying up to pace with the future of work, knowing where the world is going. Okay, so I can say I want to pick up I can start learning anything. If you see me learning fashion design tomorrow, don't be surprised. I can just start picking up anything because I've gotten to a certain level of awareness for what I want for my life. But if you're still trying to find some form of clarity, don't be under pressure to accumulate so much into your calendar. Take your time. Nobody's rushing you. Nobody's going to beat you if you don't do it perfectly well. No, take your time. Okay. Now the next one is passion. Let me pull this up stage. Let me pull this. Yeah. Passion. Passion. What do you love to do? You see, some of the questions I already asked. What is it that you enjoy doing? See, passion is a mix of emotion. Passion is about emotions, dominant emotions that propel you into action. Most times when we talk about passion, people think passion is just about what you love to do. No, that's not true. Passion is a strong attachment to a particular person, item, or activity because of an emotional connection. Okay? Strong attachment to an activity, a person, or an item because of emotional connection, deep emotional connection. Now, that emotion involved may or may not be love, may or may not be desire, may or may not be something that has to do with romance. Because that's the picture we paint a lot of times. When you hear passion, oh, love, smooth, lovey dovey, it's going all good. No, sometimes the passion could be as a result of pain. It could be as a result of past painful experiences. It could be as a result of disappointment. It could be as a result of heartbreak. It could be as a result of envy, anger, greed, pride, even those emotions that are dark. But when we talk about this, let's keep it in the positive side. So, what do you really love to do? What do you, even the negative ones can be converted to positive. So, you have a regret. So, maybe you went to school and you came out with a third class, and then you are living out the expressions of, anger. You are putting the anger into your growth, your personal development, to tell the world, to prove to the world that a third class graduate can become something that first class graduates will struggle to become. So, graduating, you want to make a mark that would make it obvious and clear that graduating with a third class does not mean anybody is better than you. Okay? So, that is a form of passion. So, what is it that you want to do? It is pushing you, it is propelling you. When others are sleeping, you are awake doing that particular activity because of what we call passion. Okay? What's that thing you can do for free? Is a pointer. People call me, oh, Chijioke, I want you to speak at my event. How much will it cost you? And what do you charge? Sometimes I tell them my charge, they won't be able to afford it. And I'll be like, okay. What are your plans for this event? What do you what? And okay. Let me do this. And I attend and I speak. And when I speak, people are like, wow, wow, they must have paid you a lot for this event. You don't know. You don't know. Say, you don't know, say na me even bring money to support the person. I've been invited to programs where I went to speak. No transport, nothing. I came on my own. I went home on my own. Nothing. They may give me an envelope that won't even be enough to fund my ride back home. But that's simply because I enjoy what I'm doing. So that activity, the fact that I am doing it, is a self-refueling mechanism. That's one of the ways you gain clarity. There's something that you keep doing that it it refuels you. As you are doing that activity, it's as if somebody is paying you. Nobody's paying you, but it's as if somebody is paying you. You are doing it for free, but you are enjoying the activity. I can teach for hours. I can teach on an empty belly. I can teach standing for many hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, and I won't feel a thing. I wouldn't. That's one of the ways I know that this teaching thing, I'm going to do it for a lifetime. As long as God keeps me alive, I'm going to do it for long. So what is it that you do that feels that way? could be writing, could be speaking, could be talking, could be listening. Listening. Do you know that listening skill is one of the skills people use to make money? So there are sites that I saw one day. You could literally go there, log in, create an account, and all you do is people that have challenges, emotional challenges, psychological issues, they will just come and you'll be a listening ear. What you need to be doing is sit down on Zoom with them as they are talking. You are nodding. You are nodding. Hey, yeah. Chai. Hey, well, you may not even be hearing what they are saying. You may even mute them, but you are nodding. That's a skill. But maybe you just love listening to people's problems. It's a passion thing for you. So that's a good one. Now the next one is proficiency. Welcome, Miriam Lawa. Welcome. Are you in the faith? Welcome. So faith is an early years foundation stage teacher who inspires and educates young minds. Beautiful. Welcome and good to have you. And Lawal Miriam is early childhood educator and also an entrepreneur. When we say entrepreneur, it's quite vague. It's quite vague. It's complex. Entrepreneur could be anything. Do you sell fufu? Do you sell akara? Do you sell moi moi? Do you sell houses? Do you sell makeup? Do you sell what do you sell? Okay, that's what people really want to know. Because in the real sense, everybody in this world is an entrepreneur. Everybody is an entrepreneur. It's just that some entrepreneurs don't know what they are doing. They don't have what they are selling. But sure, we are all selling something one way or the other. So I would love to see, another introduction. Tell us what you do. I mean, tell us what your business is about, your entrepreneurship venture. Perhaps somebody may want to patronize you or may want to collaborate with you. You never can tell. So that's it. Welcome, Miriam. Welcome. So back to what we were saying. Now, passion. After passion is profession. Profession. Okay, profession. In terms of what you do, what you are professionally trained and licensed to offer help to other people for or offer solution for. I usually group profession and proficiency together, but they are different. Okay, so you went to school, you got trained, you got a form of formal training to become an accountant. Think of what that accountancy can become. Think of what every possible thing it can become. Go on Google or go to ChatGPT and type what are the highest earning possibilities and career paths for a graduate of accounting or for accounting as a career. What are the most lucrative career paths for accounting? You will see things by looking at them. Your eyes will fix on something. Oh, okay, 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 this one, okay. So you may even decide, let me go and get additional qualifications in this area because now I know what it's about. Okay, so for me as a physiotherapist, let me tell you one interesting thing. I would have dropped out in my final year. I felt like dropping out in my final year. I was tired of school. I was tired of the whole thing. But one of the thoughts that kept me back is, okay, I've already gone this far and I'll soon be graduating. And when I graduated as well, I didn't want to do my internship. I didn't want to do my service. I basically didn't want to practice anymore. But it just kept on going on and on and on. And then I was noticing, okay, dude, you're really good at this. I mean, and then you went to school, you trained for this, you came out. So there has to be something that can come out from this. There has to be something like I will be able to do. So now people call me, they're organizing a health program. They want me to come and speak about health here and there. They're organizing a training for their church members or the women in their church. They have a health topic for me to speak on, and they call me. And they're calling me on the basis of the fact that I went to school and I studied a health related program. I studied physiotherapy and I graduated. Am I making good use of that profession? Yes. So it gives me a form of clarity. Now, the fact that I have a health background is the reason that there's a health component for this inner circle. There's a path that talks about health and wellness. Okay. That is why I can confidently identify as a holistic wellness coach. Okay. So you see how profession, you see how all these things are connecting. Now, the purpose of all this is at the end of the day, you will look at all these things. You will look at all the things you've written in your book. You look at all the items and ask yourself, which of these things appear more? Which one will tick the personality box, tick the passion box, tick the profession box, tick the proficiency box? Okay? Tick the purpose box. So the more one particular skill or identity or career or profession path ticks boxes in this skill, in this thing that we've written, the more they tick, the higher they should be pushed in your scale of preference. So let's say in your mind, there are like five different things or six different things. Okay, maybe what you studied in school is there, maybe singing, maybe cooking, maybe um, um, fashion design, maybe marketing and sales, maybe what else? Maybe graphics, video editing, um, affiliate marketing, which other one? Cryptocurrency trading and public speaking. Now, how you are going to get started? It does not mean you cannot do all of these things. You can do all of these things, but it will be very unproductive if you try to now gather all of them at once and jump into them. Clarity will always demand focus. Clarity will always demand decluttering. Okay, it means you have to eliminate some things so that you can be free to think. Okay. Now, if you are my kind of person, you may not be able to eliminate so much. I mean, you may not be able to eliminate to the point that you have just one or two. No. It's fine if you have just four things that you can call your four core pillars. That's how I started. When I started out, I started with four core pillars: personal development, digital learning, that's e-learning, networking, and personal branding. Personal development being the motherboard. So I started as a personal development enthusiast. I was teaching, I was organizing classes and all, doing all that stuff, gathering feedback and testimonials, building my self confidence, and I kept on going. Now, it came to a point I realized, okay, I've moved beyond enthusiast now. You know, it's not just that I'm enthusiastic about this, I'm learning, I'm a junkie. No, I've moved beyond this. I have started inspiring other people to take the steps I'm taking. So, what will I call myself? Personal development advocate. Personal development advocate. So, I started pushing, pressing, inspiring other people to come and take online courses, to come and learn from me, come and learn from here, go on Udemy and do this and that. So I became an advocate for personal development, right? But it came to a point, I now realized I had passed that level as well. And each time I allowed my audience to lead me, I allowed the people I was teaching to lead me. So they came to a point, oh, this was say my coach, this was my coach, my coach. Initially, I was denying it out. I've not reached coach. That's one funny thing that we do. That's one funny thing a lot of people do. False humility, living in denial, being too afraid of taking compliments. My coach, Coach CJ did this, Coach C, everywhere, Coach CJ. People started calling me coach, posting long testimonials that were really very, 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 very delicious testimonials. And it came to a point I now realized, okay, yeah, we are there. We are there. I could confidently call myself a coach. I could confidently embrace the title. Okay, knowing fully well that it's more than just a title. So you see, profession, a form of training has to go in, right? There's a form of training, an ability, something you've been professionally, formally trained for, right? And there's proficiency. People keep telling you you are good at this, you are good at this, you dress well, you speak well, you write well. Whenever you write on Facebook, I feel like coming to your house to come and give you a hug. Whenever I see your write-ups, I don't skip anything. I read everything. People give you such feedback, but because you do not, I mean, you are not so mentally aware and conscious to trap that and use it for good, to pluck that feedback and use it for good, you allow it to fly away. So somebody comes to say, I love the way you write, I love the way you speak really well, really, really well. And instead of embracing it, you go, ah, no, it's just like that. Though. That's how we are in my family. In fact, everybody in this world, people, everybody can speak well, you know. I'm just there. No, embrace it. Okay. It's a pointer to clarity, a pointer to purpose. Now, the next one is purpose itself. Purpose is about the unique problems that you've been positioned in this world by God to solve. And what are you going to solve those unique problems? Your unique skills, abilities, time, presence, gifts, talents, everything that you embody. The world is like a complex piece, a complex puzzle. There's one missing piece. The puzzle would have been so beautiful, perfect, but there's a missing piece. Now, your role in this world is to find that missing piece and fit in that piece where it belongs, and we have a perfect picture. What is that missing piece? Can somebody tell me what that missing piece is? Can somebody tell me what the missing piece is? Lawa Miriam says, I'm Lawa Miriam, an educator, an early childhood educator. I deal with different abaya. Good. Rapper and back to school package. Beautiful. 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 So I was asking a question. Can somebody tell me what was I even asking again? Can somebody tell me what? I don't even remember what I was asking. Good, 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 beautiful. Favor, Chinazom, beautiful. So that missing piece is you. It's your role on earth. It is you and your ability and intention, your drive to take your unique skills, abilities, talents, gifts, callings, and fit it into that missing piece. It means that the world is going to remain in a state of chaos until you arise to do what you were sent to do. There's always going to be a disharmony. There's always going to be that problem. And you know how you will get to know the problem? Whenever you pass that problem, you feel it in your soul. Huh? And most times it is not going to make sense to most other people. It's not going to make sense. When you try to explain it to them, it's not making sense. You might be, see, you may be someone who did not even study architecture, but whenever you look at buildings, your eyes just go straight to the wall and you're like, no, this wall is not aligned, this wall is not perfect 90 degrees, this wall is not, it's going to affect the situation of the, the basement. And it can mean that if the basement is like this, there should be fault in the foundation. And if there's a fault in the foundation, it means there can be landslide. you're just imagining things. You're picturing the whole thing in 3D. But when you tell somebody else, they're like, what do you mean that the house is not straight? They can't see it. That's what happens in the line of your purpose. So when I was in school, I used to complain a lot about the Nigerian education system. In fact, the global education system, how people go to school and, the school literally indoctrinates you into mediocrity. You're not doing much in school. They're just taking your money. And by the time you graduate, you change your identity from undergraduate to unemployed. You are still mediocre. You are still struggling. No money, no idea what to do with your life. I'm like, this does not make sense. Can't we flip the switch? Can't we see what we are being put through? It does not make any sense. So when I started sharing with people, anybody I tell, they're like, oh God, calm down, you too they worry. Some people will tell you, this thing you're complaining about, it has been there before your father was born. Your father went to the same system. This one, that one. Why are you are always complaining? I'm like, eh? So you people mean you don't see what I'm seeing? Wait, you don't know that we are all in fire like this? We are all being prepared to be eaten raw or half done, you know? But it came to a point I realized one thing. I realized one thing. There's there's a you, right? There's you. Your essence revolves around you. It moves around with you. You are in that environment of your unique essence, of the purpose of your creation. You are always floating around with it around you. And whenever you step into a place where it should have been manifesting, you connect with that thing. So let me give you a typical example, another one. There's something burning in you to help children who are out of school and who are less privileged. Children who are in the streets begging while their mates are in school. Children who have been displaced by flood or displaced by something or by war. There's something in you that wants to help them, empower them, teach them skills that they can monetize and earn from. And then whenever you pass your street and you see those children, it hits you hard in your chest. But I can assure you, you are the only one that is feeling that way. Eh, you are the only one. You think it's happening to everybody. You think it's normal, it's a normal reaction. No, they are not. In fact, most people don't even see the children at all. They don't see them. Okay? So purpose moves you with intense compassion, knowing fully well that I can be solving this problem. Not just that I can, I should be solving this problem. I should be doing something about it. And this is one thing I'll tell you, you know, once you start discovering that, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to help people in this regard. This is how I want to help people, right? But it looks big. The reason a lot of people do not manifest purpose is this: they imagine it in their head and it seems too big. So you think of building a house to accommodate every displaced child in your state. Okay? You think of building a house, an accommodation for them, right? And it sounds like a big deal. You think of building and owning a school that will give free education to every less privileged child. I mean, education that really makes sense is not conventional education. Education that by the time they are coming out from elementary six, they are ready for the job market. That kind of education. But it comes to your mind again and you're like, okay, this will probably cost me a lot of millions. And you check your account balance and you see like maybe 8K inside there. And you're like, is it this? Let me eat and survive the next day. Is it 8K that I'll use and build school? That's the mistake we make a lot of times. See, learn to Get started with what you have. Even when you think what you have is nothing, it is enough to get you started. You know, that school you want to go and build, start it with a WhatsApp group, start it on Telegram, start it on Facebook, start something. It's going to get ripe, it's going to manifest. The resources will come. But don't be so miserable that you are only waiting for money. That's what a lot of people do. They wait for capital, capital. I want to start this, but I need capital. I want to do that, I need capital. Capital. No. Start with what you have. The capital will come later. You can raise the capital yourself, which I advise. But start. That school, start it as a WhatsApp group. I'm sharing my story with you indirectly. I intend to build a school, and I have very wonderful vision for that. I have very wonderful intentions, but my account balance is not matching with the picture in my head. So what did I do? I started it. Let me commit. It's called the law of commitment. Once you put a commitment to something, it will be hard for the vision to erase from your head. So the commitment could be registering it as a business name. It could be paying for coaching in that regard. You have spent money. It could be printing your t-shirt for that idea that you have. That's cool. Create the logo. Even if somebody's going to harvest it later, I mean, somebody's going to patent it and start using it later, and you need to change the name and all that. No problems. That is a reminder for your vision, a constant reminder for where you are going. So find a way to permanent and intensify that. Grave it into your palm. Immortalize it in your head. Start with what you have. It's only going to grow from where you started. Okay? So I've discussed purpose. The next one is profit. Think about where the money is. Please don't make the mistake of assuming, oh, because I'm passionate about this, I can do it and the money will come later. See, whether you're a teacher, an educator, a coach, whatever, please consider the kudi, ego, owo, consider the money, consider where the money is. Okay? Consider money. Consider money. I don't know why these things are flying around here. Okay, so let me turn on my fan. I don't know what kind of insect has been following my light. Whew. We have stood here for a while. I mean, we've been here for a while. So you can take this opportunity as well and stretch. Use the opportunity and get up and stretch. Can you hear me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Whew. Is he entering? Are we making sense? Are you following? Okay. I'm waiting for feedback. Oh. I'm waiting for feedback. I'm waiting for your comments. Oh, man. Okay, I'm waiting. Good, good. Adiza is here. Lawal is here. Who else? Good. Very, very good. Who else is here? So, like I was saying, good. Back to profit. Consider the money. Consider the reward in whatever you are doing. Okay. So anything you want to start, anything you want to start, you ask yourself. You can pick out of all the things I mentioned. Pick like the five that matter most to you and grade them. Okay. As a teacher, what is the reward that you are getting? What is the reward that you are getting? What's the profit in your teaching job? There's something called profit potentiation, your ability to calculate the profit that is likely to come in, the effort you are putting in. So you go to school as a teacher, you go to school every day, you teach, you spend time with your students, they are learning, you know, and at the end of the month, you get paid, let's say, 150,000 or 200,000 in this economy. That month, you fuel your car with maybe up to 150,000. Let's assume that your house is very close to the school and you spend maybe just um fuel of 5,000 naira going to and fro every day, right? So that means on average, for the sake of that job, you may be spending let's say 5 times 20 is 100,000 in a month. Assuming that you go to work only 20 days in a month, 100,000. So 100,000 is already out from the salary. What's remaining? 200. 200. Oh, what's remaining? 100 out of the 200 initially, 200 I mentioned, right? 100, you pay your children's school fees, you buy food stuff, you buy fuel for your generator, you pay electricity bill, you will do all sorts of things with the remaining money. And at the end of the day, you're running deficit, you're probably owing people. So you have to consider whatever you are trying to do now, what potential does it have in the next 3 4 years? Where do you think this thing can bring you in terms of reward? How much reward do you think it can bring you financially? What amount of profit can come from it? Whatever you're earning right now in name of salary, please divide it by 20. After dividing it by 20, let's assume you're going to work only 20 times in a week, in a month. Divide it by 20, divide it again by the number of hours you spend every day. So let's say you're earning 200,000, divided by 20, you have how much? That's 10,000. 10,000. And you work maybe 8 hours in a day. Okay? Or let's say you're a higher level staff and you work only 5 hours. So 10 over 5, that's 2. So that means your am I right to the calculation I just made now? If you're working only 5 hours, that means you're earning if you're earning 10,000 naira per day, yeah, and you're working 5 hours for the 10,000 naira, that means 10 over 5 is 2. You're earning 2,000 naira per hour. That's what it means, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So it's pathetic. What I'm trying to let you understand is for that same 1 hour, you can do something that would make you more than, in fact, even more than that entire salary. So let's take coaching, for example. You can't be coaching a client who would pay you 300,000 per coaching session. I mean, per coaching contract, for example. You can have a one-on-one session with somebody who is willing to pay you 50,000 naira just to pick your brain, right? So instead of earning 2,000 naira for an hour, you are able to scale up to the point where you're able to earn 50,000 naira for 1 hour or more. Okay, so that's the way you should be thinking. What are the high leverage skills that I can learn? What are the high leverage career paths I can do? Or among all of the things that I have, I want to venture into, which ones are most likely to give me profit, more profit faster? And this one is very important, because when you have enough money, you can easily fund your passion. Passion without profit can be very painful sometimes. In fact, passion without profit can be poisonous. I don't want to say it is poison, I don't want to put it directly, but it can be poisonous. So that's why you hear that a teacher was teaching in class, and while teaching, the teacher slumped. What killed the teacher is not cardiovascular issue, is not anything cardiovascular, is hypoglycemia. Teacher has not eaten for 2 days, no money, but the teacher is teaching out of zeal and passion. Oh, our best mathematics teacher, best chemistry teacher, best teacher in the of the year, and all that, and the person is suffering and slaving and, losing weight, losing your life, losing your family, and all of a sudden, boom, you pass out. Next thing you hear that, oh, you are unstable, you are admitted in the hospital, they replace you. That is not your portion, but you do not want to be the one setting the chess pieces for your own demise. Please consider the profit. Look for, where is the money at, where's the money bag. Consider it. The next one is pain. What are the past painful experiences that you've had? What are the past experiences that you've had that are painful? Someone broke your heart. It's a pointer to clarity. It's a pointer to you knowing what you don't want, what you don't want people to experience, even if they are not your friends. Okay? What lessons did you learn from the pain? You grew up in a household where you did not have enough. You grew up in a household where you watched your landlord come to evict your father. You grew up in a place where, you didn't even have enough to eat. Probably we're eating 1 square meal at some point of your life, just 1 square meal. Okay? And now you know what it feels like to be poor. You know what it feels like to be broke. You know what it feels like to be an overwhelmed, overstressed, overstretched teacher that is earning 50,000 naira salary. You have been there. You have experienced the pain, and you don't want another person to go through the same thing. That is a pointer to clarity. That you can now confidently say to somebody, hey, I know what you're going through. I was there. Yeah, I was there. Pain. For your own life too. That you know that, okay, I have tasted poverty. I don't ever want to be poor again. I want to go and learn how to be wealthy. I want to learn the philosophy of wealth creation. Now you have started it for yourself. It is a pointer to clarity. You know what you don't want. What's the next one? Preparedness. Preparedness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Preparedness. What are you ready for? What are you willing to commit to? What do you find yourself always committing to? Is a pointer to clarity. So if you notice that, if you check, see, go and check what you spend money on. The last 1 month, check where your money went to. You'll find what your heart is going after. And if what you see does not make sense. It means that you are still on a long thing. If all you see that where your money is going is Netflix subscription, data that you're using to watch TikTok, what else? DSTV subscription, this and that. Nah, no. But if you realize that there's a particular genre of book that you spend money purchasing, you paid for a course on what topic, you registered for a master class, you paid for a mentorship program, you joined a program like this, and your time, because when it comes to preparedness and commitment, it's not just money, time, energy, service. These are some of the things you will look at. Who am I following? Who is mentoring me? What am I spending my time and energy on? What am I paying to learn? Those things, when you begin to look at them, you now find out, okay, yeah, this is it. You also ask yourself and consider, out of all the options I have, with the time that I expect to launch out, or with the time that I have to do this, out of all the options I have, which one is the best to fit into this time frame? With the kind of energy that I have, which one is the best? See, you cannot decide to start pounding fufu on an empty stomach. There are some activities or journeys you want to embark on. You would need to be prepared, you need to be fortified. See, some people come to me and they want mentorship. I deny them. From the onset, I deny them because I know they are not ready. It's just like it's going to happen. I'll remove a lot of you from this program. I will remove a lot of people. So maybe when they want to be added back, they would have to pay the another commitment fee. I mean, the actual commitment fee required to join this program, they're going to have to pay for it. And I don't mind if I have 10 people or 7 or 5. That's fine. The rest of the people, I will refund them. I've said this and I'll say it again. I will refund anybody who paid for it. I'll refund, because I'm not looking to work with unprepared people. Mm-mm. You must be self-willed and self-motivated, self-driven for you to even know where you are going. So before you start the journey, you sit down, use your tongue and count your teeth. Preparedness is very important, and it's a pointer to clarity. So what do you find out that you are mostly prepared for, that you're mostly committing to? As part of what I want you to know, that it will point you towards where you want to go. The next one is people. What kind of people do you find yourself around? What are the kind of people who usually need what you are offering? The kind of people who usually present when you have solution. What are their problems? Okay, people. Who do you keep meeting on a regular basis? Who do you keep meeting? Where do you see? There's the kind of business that will only thrive if the right kind of people who need the solution the business is rendering are around you. So check who you keep meeting. If you're always around young people, it will make more sense if the solutions you are bringing into the market is suitable for young people. uh, I'm trying to look for the perfect analogy to use. Okay, so imagine selling wig. You say you sell wig and you find yourself in a village, and that village is dominated by bald men. Hmm? Or let me not even say bald men. Some bald men may want wig. Let me say the village is dominated by very, I mean, hairy women who have very long hairs, very long natural hair, and you want to sell wig to them. Or you find yourself in a place dominated by men, just men, and you say you want to be selling wigs to them, what will men be doing with wigs? Okay, so people are major determinants of where you want to go as a person or as a brand. Now the next one is platforms. Where are those people hiding? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. What communities, what circles, what platforms are they hiding, and what platforms can you use to reach them? What are the groups that you can go and find them? How can you even create the platforms to pull them in, to attract them, and to retain them? As part of what you need to know. Okay, so are there platforms you're already existing in right now? Are there platforms? There are places. See, let me tell you what strategic platforms look like. You see, NYC Camp, for example, is a platform. Many people didn't know, they didn't utilize it, they didn't utilize the opportunities that comes with knowing that you are going to be in this place in a closed circle with thousands of people, and that's the only time you will have that experience in your entire life. That's a platform. Your church is a platform. Your religious community is a platform. Your lodge or your house or your street is a platform. You know, your Facebook followers, you have platform. Your WhatsApp, you post on your WhatsApp status and 200 people see it and all that. That's a platform. So what platform do you currently have? Where are you currently finding yourself that you know you can put out something and people would access it? That's a platform. So you find yourself in the midst of old people, start doing old people stuff. You find yourself in the midst of young people, start doing stuff for young people. Okay? Platforms. So having said all this, your own duty is to tie it together. Okay? Tie it together and ask yourself, what is what are dominant? You can bring out four things. As I was saying all these things now, probably ideas have come to you. Okay, ideas have come to, oh, people say I'm good with this, people say I'm good with this, I'm no longer discarding this, I'm no longer looking down on myself. I think it's time for me to take this up. I think it's time for me to make this a business. I think it's time for me to expand this and turn it into a thriving career. Ideas have definitely dropped in your head. What are those ideas? Write them down. Three or four or five of them, that's fine. You can now further start breaking down and being like, okay, when it comes to preparedness, what do I have the resources for now to start? So you can't say you want to become a pilot or an astronaut here. You want to become all of a sudden, after attending clarity session, you say you want to become a pilot. Where's the plane for you to learn? Is nowhere to be found. You know, it's nowhere to be found. You want to go and study robotics, you want to go and build a good robot and all that, you don't have even the lights, the power to connect the this one and the other one, you cannot even see, you know. So you have to now figure out of all the options I have, which one can I start now? That's where it begins. That's where it begins. Okay, so I hope you've gotten value from this session so far. Any question before I call it a night? Now, this is not the end. This is not the end. This is an introductory session. Um, the aim is to give you clarity. I want to know if you've gotten something. I want to know if you've gotten something really tangible from tonight's session. Okay. And I'm going to do another session. That one is going to be question and answer. It's going to be strictly questions and answer. You ask me, you tell me what you are building, and then we'll be able to dissect it together, provide insights, more like a mastermind, Anywhere you're still having confusion, you can bring it up and we'll tackle it together. Okay, so that's where that's the next thing that I want us to do. Okay, so any questions at all? Can you still hear me? I hope you can still hear me. I hope you can still hear me. Okay, so from what I've said, I would like to see a note from you. I would like to see a note. You can write it on paper and show me in the DM. Tell me what you're working on. Feel free to do that in the group chat as well if you want to do it in the group chat. Um, Summarize what you're working on. If you've gotten clarity, state it and tell us what your next steps are going to look like. And then if you're expecting any further insights, also make us know. Okay, I'll be glad to offer as much as I can. I'll be glad to share as much as I can to help you navigate this journey of clarity. I know a lot of people had network issues today, and it's a pity, really. I only wish things would get better, including this network thing. But all the same, it was a huge pleasure having you come, join this session tonight. Do have an amazing night rest. I'm going to leave this on for those who are still watching to get to this place. So when you have gotten to this point, you can make a comment. You can like the video and drop a comment to let me know that you have successfully completed tonight's training. Okay, do that here in the comment section, here in the comment section of this YouTube stream, and that's where we'll stop for tonight. Have an amazing night rest.